A Nigerian court has sentenced a Chinese man to death for killing his girlfriend. This love affair. In Kaduna, Nigeria, a court on Tuesday sentenced a Chinese national to death after finding him guilty of killing his girlfriend. A government official told the Associated Press, vowing to recommend execution if unsuccessfully appeal the ruling. Frank Greng is the name, was convicted by a local court in northern Nigeria, the economic hub of Kano State. Justice Haruna Dederi said Greng had pleaded not guilty. This is a signal that whoever is coming to a society should prepare to comply with the extant law of the society, Dederi said. Death sentence for capital offenses are common in Nigeria and sometimes involve foreigners. A Danish man in 2022 was sentenced to death by hanging for killing his wife and daughter. However, execution rarely occurs as they require approvals of the state governors. Only 2 warrants for death sentence has been signed since 1999, according to Inibehe Effiong, a Nigerian human rights lawyer. Now let's listen to Jide of the TVC to do the analysis for us.
A Chinese national, Frank Zhenguangrong, has been sentenced to death by hanging by a Kano High Court sitting in Miller Road, Kano, for the murder of his Nigerian girlfriend in the city in 2022. Frank, who lives in Railway Quarters, Kano, was convicted on 1 count of culpable homicide. And during the judgment, Justice Sanusi Ado Maji ruled that the prosecution proved its case beyond a reasonable doubt and that the defendant's testimony is inconsistent, hence he was found guilty. Mikeo, let's understand this situation. First off, let's get your perspective on the court's judgment before we dissect on the possibility that he might get a death sentence, because that usually used to be the case for most governors to, pass on that execution.
Well, it's a very straightforward case. The Chinese national claimed that invested so much money on their wedding preparations, purchased dresses amounting to 1.5 million, along with Ashwebi for her friends, and then he also provided 700,000 for spraying during the party, only for her to go marry someone else. Oh, she fell in love with someone else. He said he bought a house for her worth 4 million, a car worth 10 million, and set her up in business with the capital running to about 18 million. Apart from spending 500,000 naira to buy shoes and bags for her. All of this do not amount to a person's life. You can buy everything in the world for a woman. All of what you have bought cannot amount to the value of human life. Then he changed his story along the way and said, that the woman held on to that he stabbed her to death in self-defense because she held on to his testicles. This was not what we had initially, So, but the person who kills deserves to be killed. I'm just waiting because the wheel of justice grinds slowly. When I'm talking about this, I also mean be going through the whole gamut of the judicial system. It grinds slowly. Courts are congested, so many cases to hear. You have to wait for your time, and it could be on this for so many years. But I want justice to be served. in the final analysis and be seen to be served. If it was in their country, you won't even have the guts to kill a Chinese. You, a Nigerian, you get into a fight and kill a Chinese because you know that they won't waste time. This is a country where even for taking bribe, they kill people. If you take a bribe, you are sentenced to death. So how much more killing
a human being,
a citizen of their country? So we want to see justice done, not for the Chinese embassies to start piling pressure on our people and then we'll allow him to go
free.
Because I know that it's possible. I've seen it before.
Thank you for watching. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing so you won't miss out any of our latest video.